It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Kristi Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
Coming up, the Oxford Golden Oldie as we revisit a classic with Mr. Pat Godwin. There's Willie G. I'm Tom. Welcome back. We are visiting the sports desk once again with what going on?
Stupid World Records. A woman in China has set the Guinness World Record for the longest eyelash.
Really? Just
one?
According to the record authority, Jayansa. Me, chick, broke her own world record after her eyelashes were recently measured. An eyelash on the upper eyelid of her left eye measures 8 inches long.
Oh, how the heck?
That is longer than a giraffe's eyelash.
Having grown from 4.88 inches back in 2016. Her eyelashes are remarkably long, though doctors are unsure why they continue to grow.
yes, I was just going to, what the heck?
Okay, here's a picture of her. She's got them gooped up like you would, what's that called?
Mascara?
Do you know when's what's that, waxing a mustache?
Oh, yeah.
See this one, Kristi? She's got them. But yeah, they hang down below her lips
my gosh.
like bangs.
Her eyelashes look like bangs.
Yeah, they hang down. Oh,
They do. That is so
they're kind
gross.
of wispy, but yeah, they hang down below her lips.
Why
Very
would...
pretty gal. Yeah, wouldn't you trim those?
Yeah.
I mean,
Something.
I think you've said this before about these kind of world records. Aren't they a little, don't they need to be examined by a professional? You know what I mean?
Or,
Their
some
minds,
people,
yeah.
would you just trim those? Ugh.
she went-
She goes to the gym, has to put them in a bun. God, they're weird looking. Ugh.
That is
Yeah.
weird. I wonder why they grow like that.
And then the same page, they've got a picture of it would have been called the bearded lady in a different time.
yeah.
I wish I could grow one like that.
She goes to give you a butterfly kiss. It's more like a pterodactyl kiss.
Tarantula. I wonder
That's a big butterfly, you see.
what would cause just your eyelashes to grow.
I don't know. I
Isn't there a
never heard of such a
Isn't there
thing.
some sort of rule of sixes or something? Your hair grows 6 months, your arm hair 6 weeks, something like that. I don't know. Something. Your eyelashes stop growing after 6 days or something.
I have 3 6s growing on the back of my head.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unusual.
And you know what this lady says, Tom? You go, what? You staring at me, right? The eyelashes, is that it? Mind your own business.
Yeah, well, she's an unusual name. Her first name is pronounced Yo, according to the pronouncer here.
And
Yo.
it's spelled Y-O-U, yeah.
Yo Jayansa. Hey, you're the answer, Joey, or Yo. Backwards, your name is Hoy.
Hoy, hoy.
Very kinky. Very kinky, not particularly sexy. Okay, what else have you got?
And that's sports. That's it. World record, wrapping it up.
Okay.
I got a quick letter here before
Quick
we go into
letter.
news. That's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Is it sports?
It's not sports related at all, but it's just kind of fun. We were talking about the Dagwood sandwich, and I have the ingredients for the Dagwood at Universal Studios. This is from our pal Leroy. He says the Dagwood, fresh baked onion and poppy seed bread with baked ham, turkey, roast beef, American, and Swiss cheese with lettuce, tomato, mayo, and mustard. That is a sandwich, my friend.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah, the ones in the cartoon would always have stacks and stacks of bread between each one. Then the idea would be to crush it down. We have coming up, as I mentioned, the Oxford Gold Group presents the Pat Godwin Golden Oldie. So we will once again explore something from the past, from Pat's repertoire. But right now we turn to Kristi Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What have you got?
A woodchuck hitched a ride atop a golden retriever swimming in a Massachusetts lake. That scene captured on video by the owner, Lauren Russell, who was visiting Hickory Hills with her dog, Wally. She told WCVB-TV
Live, local, and up to the minute.
that her dog was out in the water when a woodchuck, quote, just crawled right up on his back and he swam back to shore with him. When Wally got close to shore, the dog and rodent gave each other a kiss before parting ways.
What?
Russell said they touched snouts and then the little woodchuck ran away.
How about that?
They're in love.
That's an unlikely animal friendship if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Remember the good old days? You'd have to watch America's Funniest Videos to see one of these? And now they're everywhere. It's so sweet. Such a cute little story.
Oh, everything about it's great.
And the video is out there. We'll put that on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms.
Wally's a great name for a dog.
Isn't it? That is a good name.
Yeah, I would be afraid that the woodchuck would take a chunk out of the dog's face.
Apparently it knew that it did it a favor.
Yeah.
They're buddies.
He got a ride. But that leads to this request, which is really obscure. It happened a couple months ago, Pat. I don't know if you remember this one. It was a zoo in China. Remember this? They were accused of replacing the lion with a golden retriever.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a photograph. It's from the South China Post. A video of the sham lion was posted on social media. A man identified only as Mr. Tang brought his son to the zoo in Sichuan province and was surprised to see a golden retriever in the African lion enclosure with a sign saying lions. The zoo obviously had to apologize for attempting to pass a golden retriever off as a lion. And Pat, you have a tribute. I guess we can make this the official Oxford Gold Group Golden Oldie. I'll remind you, buying real gold and silver, the kind you can hold in your hands, is much easier than you think. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 855-710-GOLD. Get your free gold and silver investment guide. Find out for yourself. You've been thinking about it. 855-710-GOLD. And they'll send you gold you can hold in your hand. Pat, what's your tribute now?
The zoo just locked me up inside a lion cage. They told me to pretend I'm Lion King. People stop to see me. They know I'm not a cat. I'm a dog in a lion habitat. I am not a cat. I'm a golden retriever. Not a trace of lion in me. I'm not the king of the beast. Oh, I'm a retriever, not a deceiver. I'm a nice doggy, yes I am. Oh yeah, I'm a good boy.
It's a good puppy.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it, man. Yeah.
Wait a tight.
I can't stay. I can't sit still.
You know, here's what you do. You tighten your cheek. Do a double tight.
Double
tight the left cheek. Double tighten the right cheek. Kristi, come on, you doing this with us?
Yeah.
I don't see you're doing it. I think you're lying.
I'm not. I'm doing it. I
Are you
swear.
Kegel? Maybe you can throw a Kegel in there.
If I Kegel, it's.
You have to do that 3-4 times. Wait a
it's
minute.
hard to do.
It's very confusing.
We call this double time in Pilates. We do these all the time.
Oh, do you know?
Butt squeezes is what we call them.
Oh, the butt squeeze.
The butt squeeze.
Well, we have Mr. Pat Godwin.
Usually in a shoulder bridge. But
In the Oxford Gold Performance Room, there's Kristi at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Willie G is there. This is Tom G. There's Ace Cosby and Ace. Josh, I don't know if you noticed this.
What's that?
What?
I walk in the room.
Josh said he would do this too.
Well, I walk. We had a news story last week about people are all over the internet. They're eating watermelon with mustard.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And I'd forgotten about it.
And I said I would try it.
And I walk in, and chick goes, "Hey, Ace, are you really going to put mustard on that watermelon?" And apparently you are.
Have you done it yet?
Want to give it a try? No.
Okay.
It's right over there. This news story once again popped up last week. It's a new trend on TikTok. The user who goes at yummy shared the video of himself squirting French's mustard onto the watermelon.
Here we go. He's adding extra mustard.
All right. He just took a chunk.
By the way,
Down
what do
the
you think?
hatch.
So what do you think?
He's chewing it. Really savoring it.
Contemplating?
Really
And
thinking
actually,
about it.
It tastes like a sweet hot dog.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Well, now you're among those that have tried it. The singer Lizzo.
Well,
she said
It wasn't nailed down, was it? Oh, sorry.
she did a viral video going, "I don't understand this."
so she didn't care for it.
No.
Okay.
No. This is the most disturbing thing that's happened to watermelon since Gallagher. Are you going to continue to put mustard on the watermelon?
I might do another piece, but I love my watermelon plain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. That's the way you're supposed to
But I'll do stuff for the show, you know?
Godwin, you're a salter.
Love it.
Yeah, many do that. Salt their
Yeah,
watermelon.
my parents used to do that.
I love salt, but I don't put it on a watermelon.
Same.
Josh, do you want to try it?
Yeah, I will try it. Yeah.
My parents salted salad too. Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Cantaloupe. I had cantaloupe the other night,
You
man. I put salt on it. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. This Josh is leaving the room.
I think he needs to get a fork.
I don't think he wanted to share forks.
Can he pick it up with his fingers?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Well, you didn't pick it up with your fingers, Ace. Yeah, you're a forker, all right.
Fork guy. Yeah. A fork guy.
Good Lord in heaven.
As put it this way, I think we can rest by saying as these food trends go with TikTok, et cetera, the best thing I can say about this is, well, at least it's not Tide Pods that they're okay. Now, Josh, mustard. You've got the mustard. You've got the watermelon.
People probably said this about scrambled eggs and ketchup too. They didn't like that.
I don't like to watch people do that either. Okay, Kristi hates
do it right
mustard.
in her face.
No,
Get over
that
there.
much?
The closer you get it, the better. Squirt some down your
Look at
down
that.
the hatch.
All right,
yeah.
okay, give it a try.
Go, baby. Down the hatch.
Josh is eating the watermelon with mustard, and your thoughts?
He's learning still.
He does.
It's hard
This
to
is not good.
chew and swallow.
There's no reason to do that.
So it does not taste like a sweet hot dog?
There you go.
Okay. Josh, I owe you one. Thanks for taking one for the team. You and Lizzo are on the same
I'm not going
thing there.
to French
Okay.
you now, that's for sure.
Well, there was a possibility.
How much would it take, Kristi, for you to do? Like $10,000?
No, I don't even want to talk about it. I
Could
don't-
you,
mustard that much?
could you eat a hot dog with mustard on it for
No.
$10,000?
No.
How do you like your hot dog?
What do you have against condiments?
Hot dogs with ketchup.
No.
Ketchup only.
No.
My son eats them.
And what about the top slit buns or the side buns?
Excuse me?
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. The Bob and Tom Show is having technical difficulties.
Now we're having fun.
We have two huge things we have got to get to here.
What's that?
If not three. Well, we have to get to the Omaha Steaks presents the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
We haven't done that. I think we just stopped the show right here and there.
Wow.
And we just
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice?
Ace Cosby.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his
Pleasure.
joke of the day.
I was watching this cool movie called The Assassin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
And it's really weird. You know what happened when he got hungry in the movie?
No, what happened?
Assassinate.
That
Assassin.
was Ace
Hey.
Cosby's joke of the day.
Boy.
Yeah, laugh it up.
I like that, Ace.
No, you don't. You're just being nice.
Even Kristi, who's usually giggling at his jokes.
You didn't care for that?
I didn't care for that one.
You get it, right? The assassin
I get it.
sat
You
down. He
get
said
it.
sat down to dine. You see,
They tell
Yes.
that joke
So-
to babies when
Assassin-
they're born.
assassin ate.
You get it, right?
You see.
You get it, right?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Coming up, we have news.
Oh, my God.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Jeff Oskay.
All right, sir.
This is a feature. Now there's Jeff. We can see him on the big screen.
Hey, I'd like to offer a note, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this is anything, but is your tie the proper tie for a grown up?
My neck got fat and I can't button the top button.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
All right.
Okay.
No, it's the right size.
You look nice.
I love everything about it.
Thank you
See,
very
he keeps
much.
his neck down.
Are those
It
your
does-
glasses?
Yeah, I'm having trouble seeing today through all the crap. So
Time now for What You Failed to Mention News
with me,
on the Bob and Tom Show.
Jeff Oskay.
Wait, it doesn't. Isn't he supposed to say Jeff Oskay? There you go. There you
There
go.
he is.
Okay, so what you failed to mention news with Jeff Oskay.
what I do here, Tom, we don't always get the whole story from you. So what I'm here to do is give our listeners the news that you failed to mention.
Right.
Okay.
Yesterday, Kristi, you talked about in Japan, you can now rent fat people.
Yes.
What you failed to mention is if it was by the pound.
That changes everything.
It should be.
Renting a fat person is horrible, but here are some valid reasons to rent a fat person.
I see.
Maybe they're out of umbrellas at the beach and you need some shade.
All right, that'll.
Bring them to an all-you-can-eat buffet so you don't look like a tubby teddy. Maybe you have some lawn furniture that you need shattered so you can...
Firewood.
Now that COVID is coming to a close, free samples are back at Costco, everybody.
Yeah.
What you failed to mention, they'll now be slingshotting them into your mouth as you pass by. Be careful, that soup is hot.
Oh!
The python hunt is back on in Florida that pays residents up to $1,500 a python.
Yeah.
What you failed to mention, this year they're asking residents to please not shoot at Hulk Hogan. Check out these pythons.
He was already showing off his python.
I didn't know that.
Hey, brother. The youngest person ever has just been admitted to the Genius Institution Mensa at just 2 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
What you failed to mention, that 2-year-old little genius just got done eating her boogers and blowing out her diaper. I may not be a genius, but I haven't crapped myself in 2021.
Here, here.
Did you say yet?
What you failed to mention news. Jeff Oskay.
There's now a pizza serving robot. What you failed to mention, it's actually just a guy named Dave who identifies as a robot. Even worse, he insists that you tip him in Bitcoin. A company is releasing a new soup with alcohol. What you failed to mention, not to be outdone, the soup company Campbell's is releasing their new soups, bean and bourbon, broccoli and beer cheese, and what is sure to be a big hit, cream of cognac. Uh-oh. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
There we go. A mine-sniffing rat has gone into retirement in Cambodia after 20 years in service. What you failed to mention, that had to be one tiny gold watch.
Here, here.
Did you?
Look at him.
Finally, a bobcat has been intentionally set free from a zoo and has been on the loose for the past week. What you failed to mention, right now there's an 80-year-old with bad sight named Gertrude currently feeding the new kitty she found on her back porch a saucer of milk and a plate of tender victuals. I've been Jeff Oskay, and
What you failed to mention news. Jeff Oskay.
Chose that as the
He's
close.
out of here. He's out of here.
He's doing so well.
Oh, tiny gold watch. That tickles me. in
That,
the place.
I loved
You
that.
want to finish with a whimper, don't you?
Wish I could.
Al Jackson joins us up. I like that shirt for two reasons, Al. Al Jackson, we're watching him from his. Are you at your house?
I am at the cribbo.
Okay, and he's wearing a sleeveless
Oh,
T-shirt, showing off the guns there.
there you
Al.
are.
Tom, it's 6:20 in the morning, and I slept in this, and I forgot I was wearing it. So,
Okay, Al, back to terminology. What have you got for me?
all right, Tom, this is actually a term that, because of the society we live in now, isn't really used. I don't even think the kids of today, even Willie, would know what this means. So I'll accept two words. What does Reggie or reggae mean? Reggie, like the name, or reggae?
Wow. And this is.
And I'll give you a hint because this is a tough one. It's in the drug realm.
Oh, I would assume reggae would mean pot then, right?
Yes, you're in the right store.
So
You're not in the right aisle yet.
Is Reggie bad pot?
Tom, I feel like the studio sits there I feel like a proud parent when you just nail one. It's like the worst batter on the Little League team hits a home run out and the parents are just like talking. We're like, yeah, Tom just hit one 480 feet.
I mean,
yes.
smoking on that Reggie, no Miller. I mean, that's how you do it. That was perfect.
So
From three, you hit it.
Reggie is bad pot, but reggae is good pot? Or are they both bad
kind
pot?
of the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just means regular. And the thing is, because pot is grown now and you can decide the strains, there's no such thing as just really crappy pot anymore. And I remember 15, 20 years ago, your dealer would just come over and just be like, hey, man, sorry. It was just like it
Yes.
was just a bad batch. He'd be like, "Hey, I'll get you back next time," and it was just like it wasn't gonna kill you, but it was like not very strong or didn't smell great or just wasn't. It gave you a stomach ache. It was
So he'd
just
say this particular lid. They still use that term. This particular lid is quite Reggie. Would that be the parlance?
Yeah.
Quite Reggie.
Lid.
It's quite. I actually like that. Quite Reggie. But yeah, isn't that crazy, guys? That like there's a generation of kids that don't know what bad pot is. Like, because everything is good.
Is the term lid still out there?
Did you
I don't
see his
know.
reaction? Did you hear his
there was like
disappointment when you used it?
Oh, sorry.
Josh, it literally made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, I know.
It's like it was.
How about
it
the
was
term?
that bad.
How about the term jade? Is it rolling a J?
Rolling a J.
Like in the Big Lebowski?
Yeah, I think you know what,
Is
because
Jay's
there
got away
is yeah, you can because there's a subculture of people that only smoke joints. I remember this guy I worked with when I was a writer for the Shack Show. He's like he told me his uncle was one of the original like California hippies, and he was one of those guys that could roll a joint with one hand, like in one motion. It's just like there's just some old. Can you imagine that?
No.
Like there's just some old school potheads that would they smoke that much pot where he could reach in with the paper kind of on the flat on his palm, reach into the jar of pot, grab enough and crumple his hand up, but roll it while he's crumpling, almost like making a fist. And then when he opened his hand, there was a joint in there, like one of the X-Men that didn't get into the school.
Wow, that's a talent.
That is
Hey,
a trick.
Willie, don't they have like something called a dad joint that's that's not quite as potent?
Well, I got a thing called Dad Grass, and it's from a CBD company,
Dad
and I was
Grass,
using it to help me quit the cigarettes
Right.
because it just looks like that. Yeah, those are pretty good. But I've heard people say Jay's still, Dubers gets thrown around a lot, twisting up some Dubers, and the rapper Wiz Khalifa, he talks about how he does not use blunts, only papers, because the cigarillos have tobacco in them. So there's a whole thing in hip hop to not use the tobacco, only use the papers.
Oh, so presumably the tobacco products are harsher on your lungs than the pot?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, yeah. Well,
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I'm just that was.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com.